and gamer.vote. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so gamer.vote, I think it's amazing because as gamers, we make up about 136 million plus gamers in the world, right? That's a lot of people, right? And right now, with everything we're facing, and you have a lot of social.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the tap, and with tip.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, "Can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships?"
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Richardson, and there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the 1. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting. I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Embiid, no good. Pass to Hunter. About 1 minute into the first quarter. They get it back. And no good that time. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Milton, defended by Young. Passes to Embiid. He kicks it to Richardson.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Harris finds Richardson. Embiid with it. Shot clock at 6. The 9-foot shot. And Capella sends it back.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Hunter, the pass to Collins. Young in the corner. Unloads. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Harris passes to Horford. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the paint. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Herter's got his second bucket.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Here's Milton. Milton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Young for 3. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. The 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Horford. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Harris. Back to Horford. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Huerter. Nato hits the jump hook. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. Embiid kicks to Neto. But they recover it. A miss that time would have put him up. Carter finds Young. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's stolen by Reddish. And they're moving it up. All going up court. Feeds it to Collins. Misses the layup.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Horford, no luck.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Reddish the pass to Dedmon. And Embiid with the block. And he recovers it. Young outside. Beyond the arc. The shot off that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Here's Thibault. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that'll tie this game up.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Raul Neto. Carter finds Teague. Here's Fernando. Burks covering. To end the cold streak. And the layup is good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shot on the wing. He can't get it to go.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hit it.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hawks lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter.
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the 76ers making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Burks. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Fernando, the pass to Teague. No good on the 3. Philadelphia shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Burks kicks to Robinson. Here's Embiid. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
And they're very lucky to have the lead after that terrible shooting in the first quarter. But they've rounded into form here in the second and have brought that field goal percentage up.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about, that's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this one. Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford is checked in for Joel Embiid. Josh Richardson comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Burks.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in for Benbrook. Capella. Al Horford with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Capella finds Young. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. He's off on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now, here's Hunter. D right on him.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
So he gets them both. The 76ers lead. And stolen by Hunter. Here's Young. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
And let's see if they bring that same attacking mindset with them into this game. They should. It worked like a charm last time, getting so many guys into foul trouble.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Harris, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The pass to Dedmon. Young outside. Back to Dedmon. Up top, Capella. Over Horford, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, a level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Collins checked in for the Hawks. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. It's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. Here's Horford. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Trae Young exploring the limits of his range in this one.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at center. To the middle, here's Young. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Young? Second in assists. And don't forget, top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat, night in and night out.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. And it's Korkmaz in for Tobias Harris. The kick out to Young. Here's Collins, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Hawks lead by 1. Richardson outside. Pass to Embiid. Over Collins. And he can't bank that one in. Young for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Korkmaz. Up again. Collins trying to break free. Korkmaz passes to Milton. Another miss by Philadelphia. Hawks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And the shot is good. And now a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Richardson misses in close. Atlanta's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Second chance shot. Passes it to Herter. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Herter's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
A big man, John Collins, seeing the court that time.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Korkmaz kicks to Scott. He feeds it to Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, Atlanta. Not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Hawks, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
Didn't think that was going to go in. 7 points for Robinson. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient. And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball. Go into the rack with energy and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Burks with the steal. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Oh, that was something else.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And he makes that one. 6 points for Vince Carter.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Out to the right wing. Embiid kicks to Burks. Clock at 6. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And stolen by Scott. Right side Robinson. Embiid in the corner. Shoots from the baseline, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Coach Brett Brown with some words for his players.
Let's be great on simplicity.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Neto in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Takes it from 10. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Al Horford.
Looking at that opportunity, Al Horford thought about it, took it, cashed in.
Teague for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest home. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Neto, the pass to Robinson. Embiid with it. Edmonds there. Shot from the low block. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. Pass to Bembry. Kicks it to Hunter. Lets it go with a 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. So they take the lead. And that's 12 points for Robinson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Teague. Back to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. And a miss there on the triple. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Teague up top. Dishes it to Dedmon. Shoots over Embiid. They get it back. Teague the pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry, guarded by Embiid. A second chance effort. 4 on the clock, and stolen by Harris. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia,
and he knocks down the first one. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins comes in for Reddish. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. It's Collins with the drive. That one's off, still out of sync. Philadelphia leading by 6. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Horford, and the layup's good off the glass. Horford's got the lead up to 8 now for Philadelphia.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and this game is fully in their control.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Thibault. Here's Milton. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the triple. Young passes to Herter. Milton grabs the board. Milton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Capella against Embiid. That one's not going to go. Collins with some nice D. And now here comes Young leading the break. He rifled that one in from distance.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
Philadelphia leading by 3. There's Milton. The feed to Horford. Collins with some nice D.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And the pass to Harris. He kicks to Embiid. It drops.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Young pass to Hunter. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Milton. Pass to Embiid. Over Young. No good off the front iron. Here's Herter. Collins kicks to Hunter to take the lead. He's off from 3. So it's the 76ers taking the win. David, thank you.
body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
You know how they say you don't miss something until it's gone? Thankfully, the wait is over because it's all back. Well, with a slight twist. It's the game you love, like we've never seen it before. 22 teams, all in one place, ready to make history.
Showtime for the Raptors as they pulled into the building. A squad that looks more than ready for the game. And
well, small ball.
Point forwards and big guards in demand. BA, you're right. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to VanVleet. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks. Undrafted out of Wichita State, Fred VanVleet. Never the most heralded player, Doris. But you know, he says he bet on himself, and it's worked.
No doubt. VanVleet's belief in himself gets him a 2-year, $18 million contract. But I think beyond that, this man, in the moments that mattered most in the playoffs, proved that Fred VanVleet will deliver.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Boy, you look at all the athletes on this team. How about Pascal Siakam? This guy may be the fastest power forward in the NBA. If you couple that with ball handling, this guy is tremendous in transition.
Lowry against Young. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. The pass to Siakam. That shot off. Good work defensively by Capella. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Siakam outside. Pass to Anunoby. To the inside. Ibaka against Capella. Young with the steal. Pass to Collins. Here's Herter. Covered by VanVleet. Herter passes to Capella. Back to Herter. 5 to shoot. Over Siakam. Herter, no good. And the speed and quickness of Siakam, not just an asset in transition. Doris defensively, he is something special.
There is no doubt at 6'9", but he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Siakam's combination of length and mobility, tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Ibaka kicks to low. And again, Toronto no up. Here's Atlanta. They're on a 10-2 run here. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. 5th, the Raptors.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
On target from 13 feet.
It feels like in some ways this is Kyle Lowry's natural range with the jumper, doing work from the mid-range.
Herter passes to Capella. And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
When Kyle Lowry is aggressive as a playmaker, his team goes to a different level.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Capella goes in. He kicks to Hunter. Back to Capella. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Toronto with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Passes it to Herter. And stolen by Siakam. Anunoby kicks to Ibaka. Lowry against Young. Yep, that one goes.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
And Herter gets it to go. Herder's got 6. Raptors trail by 7. Lowry inside the line. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Young for 3. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Anunoby. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
In the corner, it's Hunter. The kick out to Young. In the corner, Herder with it. Just 3 on the clock. Basket counts. He's got 8.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly.
You come in every day. Guys ain't.
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Toronto right now, we've got Davis. He's out there with Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4 spot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And it's Davis missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Shots good by Dedmon. Here, these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping. They help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case. But it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Here's Fernando, guarded by Powell. And the pass to Fernando. Offline with his 3. Raptors trail by 8. Inside, here's Powell. Off on the layup.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And Reddish with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. That's a 2 from Powell. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
How about the touch to score from right there? If that goes down on a consistent basis for Norman Powell, look out, folks.
And Reddish with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Carter on the wing, guarded by Powell. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And doors for Jeff Teague. He's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increase.
Fernando can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Gasol kicks to Powell. The shot. Fernando pulls it in.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
A 3-ball. The shot that time, not on target. And Toronto will come the other way. Last time they met was in Toronto.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
For Toronto, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Hunter comes in for Carter. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Teague. Young from outside. And it's Toronto with the rebound. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Davis, the pass to Ibaka. Right side Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. It's good. Lowry's got 6.
Well, no fear in Kyle Lowry's game. This guy is happy to take it inside and seek you out.
There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Young for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They have a 9-point lead. And Shaq. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Lowry. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Lowry's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Raptors. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Young with no one around. No good on the quick 3.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's Collins, and finish off by Collins.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Pass to Capella. At the top of the key, Hunter. Here's Herter. And the 3-ball is good. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Pass to Siakam. And Toronto turns it over again. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Hawks. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And I think for the Hawks, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Down low. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. That three off the mark. The Hawks leading by 9. Takes a three, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Hunter. 12 points for Trae Young.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
From deep three-point range, that one doesn't go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And again, Toronto no luck. Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Kyle Lowry. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Van Vliet.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
Over to the left wing. Young in the corner. The tray. It's hauled in by the Raptors. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third.
And the move back to his more natural 5 position has rejuvenated Serge Ibaka. More room to operate offensively, and defensively he can stay in the paint where he's effective.
Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Anunoby. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Van Vliet. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Van Vliet's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Here's Capella. Makes it off the glass. Capella's got his first 2 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Van Vliet. The rebound by Young. The Hawks leading by 9. Passes it to Hunter. Launches a 3. They get the rebound. And stolen by Siakam. 2 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Davis is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 set. And here we go. Here's Bembry. Reddish the pass to Bembry. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Powell kicks to Davis. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Boucher, and he overshot that one, missing. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Bembry. Feeds it to Carter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Right side Gasol. Davis against T. Shoots it. With the tip. It's good on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays on the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? For three. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Davis.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's good, 2 points.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Bembry misses.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists tonight.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Teague. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
How about that determination from Jeff Teague? I'll tell you what, lean frame doesn't mean he's not capable of bringing the physicality.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. John Collins comes in for Vince Carter.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Powell, that's good.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Bembry the pass to Collins. Good work defensively by Gasol. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Great look, but off the mark.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for Teague.
Well, Kevin, how about that ability to mix speeds? Teague is so hard to keep up with when he's penetrating.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Siakam.
And I like the...
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dedmon's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Powell. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the paint. That shot is off. Gasol with the defensive effort. It's stolen by Reddish. Dedmon with it. Gasol covering. Dedmon's shot is off.
And his defense so valuable. Not only can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And I'll tell you guys, the leap that Pascal Siakam has taken has really been fun to watch. From role player to emerging star. And guys, he's not done growing yet.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. It's the first. That puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Putting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through. Pascal Siakam, improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Young. To the wing right side. Hunter, no one around him. It's good from long range.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Young taking his time here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Takes the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. An important possession here.
No doubt about it, partner. Very important.
Now Hunter. From deep. Siakam pulls it in. Three-pointer, Lowry. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Couple of weeks we've been talking with community members as well as 2K devs about NBA 2K21.
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game.
As well as devs and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV, we bring together the NBA 2K community as well as the NBA 2K devs.
That's right, so let's see what happens when we take gameplay director Mike Wayne.
Oh, Canada.
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. They grab their own miss. Here's Milton. Drops in the tray.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steal us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
That one falls.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. The shot, no good. Good D by Siakam. Here's Anunoby. Some solid defense from Harris. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Milton's got 5. And the Raptors off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Lowry from outside buries the long-range jumper.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Milton. Harris outside. Pass to Milton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. And no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Here's Richardson. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Richardson kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Embiid. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 2.
And with the body control and jump shot Lowry possesses, he has been known to torch you from the perimeter.
Richardson, good.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Floats one up, and it's good for 2. And that's now 6 points for Siakam.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Anunoby, guarded by Harris. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Horford finds Embiid. Now here's Richardson. Back to Embiid. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Korkmaz. One-on-one here. Here's Powell. He goes up again, and it's blocked. Fast break. Here we go. And it's Scott with the jam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball. And
coming from a place where, you know, baseball is what's...
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart, make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. That's a 2 from Powell. Offensive rebound, Hollis Jefferson. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 1, the Raptors.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
And he can't get the first one.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's Powell on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. And the Raptors miss again.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid kicks to Burks. Back to Embiid. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Powell. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Thibault. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Embiid. Again, Embiid missing.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Philadelphia, trailing by 2. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Gasol against Embiid. Outside Robinson. Out to the right wing. Here's Thibault. Another miss by Philadelphia. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player. His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
In the corner, Powell with it from deep. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Releases. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Embiid.
We've gotten used to seeing this from Joel Embiid, a lethal offensive player who can get hot fast.
Davis dishes to Powell. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Back to Embiid, to the middle. Here's Robinson. Pass to Burks. And here's Embiid. Second shot opportunity. Outside for Robinson. Inside. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thibault, guarded by Powell. Back to Scott. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Ken.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
You know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the point guard. And stolen by Siakam. Shoots from 12. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Milton the pass to Harris. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Here's Horford. Hits the three-point bomb. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall, He's long-armed and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Whistle blows, if that's going to be a travel. While we're in this break, let's take a moment now to acknowledge the strong defense we've been seeing from that point guard position lately. These are the steal leaders among point guards since the All-Star break. Number 5, Kyle Lowry.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
The 76ers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Korkmaz. That one is no good. Raptors leading by 5. Pulls up on the wing. They get it again. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the inside. Van Vliet looking around. For the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Neto, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Neto, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Here's Lowry. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Korkmaz passes to Neto to the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Al Horford.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Fast break, Toronto. Ahead. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Korkmaz. To the left wing. Now the pass to Neto. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Korkmaz. Clock at 6. Harris, right side. To the paint. Tries again. Kicks it out to Richardson. Tries yet again. Harris. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you know, Harris is an active player. I mean, he's smooth and he's skilled, but he's also a guy that's got some grit and grind to him as well and gets in there and keeps possessions alive.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Norman Powell is out there with Davis, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Horford the pass to Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And you guys know JoJo loves busting out these dunks. What an athlete.
And Siakam throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Horford. No good there. Good D by Gasol. And they're pushing it up. Fires from 14. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
It's Powell on the wing. Burks covering from downtown. The shot by Powell, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. Sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Davis. And that one's good. Thibault. Raptors leading by 3. And Siakam throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Here's Neto, now recovering, and he gets the bucket.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Milton. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
And the Raptors miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Now here is Lowry. Defense is right there. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Back to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Over Ibaka. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 19 points.
Joel Embiid on top of things there, folks. Recognizing the big possession and commanding the ball.
The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Harris. Passes it to Milton. Down low, Horford. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Lowry from deep three-point lane. Up again. Siakam on the foul. Siakam's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Boy, the points they've produced off their play in the post have been so valuable for them in this game, guys. I mean, it's been a huge part of what they're doing.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Pass to Fiber. Now here's Embiid. From deep three-point range. A shot by Milton, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. With maybe a step out of his range.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes. And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. But they get it back. And that one clearly a foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option on every trip. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
A 5-time All-Star, Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Lowry nails both of them. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. Late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
And again, no good by Toronto. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a world.
Up next,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A good Friday night to you, sports fans. Hey, Dave. Well, thank you, David. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the point. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. Hunter with it. Harris is there. It's picked off. Pass to Horford. Harris outside. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Hunter, no one around him. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Here's Milton. He can't hit that time. Collins with some nice D.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Young. That one a little long.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Count it.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score.
Young for 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the basket by Harris.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Capella finds Collins. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Richardson, no luck. The Hawks trailing. Collins, good.
An active interior presence, 6'10", John Collins keeps improving and keeps impressing.
Knocked away. On the wing, Harris. Passes to Horford. Stolen by Collins. The pass to Young. From deep. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. And a wide open look for Capella. Kept alive by Atlanta. Collins passes to Capella. Young outside. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range. Doesn't go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down. How is it possible? Wide open too.
In the corner. Herter with it. Drains the three-pointer.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
It's stolen by Capella. Inside. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 5 now.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And 1:01 left here in the first quarter. Here's Thibault. Back to Embiid. No good again that time.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 8-point game. Horford kicks to Neto. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Another miss by Philadelphia. Capella finds Carter. Back to Capella. Carter outside. With one on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's... A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about...
Not knowing English, obviously I've been...
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
They've got Carter, Teague out there with Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Capella in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now here is Carter. 9 points last game out.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Here's Dedmon after the Sixers pick up 2. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. The Hawks making a switch here. Bembry's checked in. Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Here's Teague. And Embiid with the block. Robinson passes to Burks. Back to Robinson. He dishes it to Embiid. And a missed layup. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Now, here's Scott. 9 points last game out. Shot clock at 5. From 7. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
He stands 6'6". He's a combo guard. Burks is capable of handling and creating for others.
Reddish's shot is good.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Korkmaz. Drills it from outside. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Atlanta leading by 5. Pass to Bembry. We see it all the time, Smitty. The league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Korkmaz kicks to Robinson. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Here's Teague. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 5.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
So the wing on the left. Back to Korkmaz. From 8. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. Edmond passes to Teague. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the inside, Embiid. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Embiid's got 10 points in the game. Carter dishes to Reddish. Pass to Bembry. This one for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They've got a 3-point lead. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1. And he gets it back. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Milton the pass to Harris. Pass to Milton. He feeds it to Embiid, and Capella sends it back, and he's able to get it back. Just 4 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Thunder, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Capella goes in and stolen by Harris. Here's Milton. Banked in off the glass. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
Al Horford. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Embiid. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Young for 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Here's Neto. Out to Harris. And stolen by Hunter. Here's the break. Here's Herder. Finished off the break. Herder's got 10.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Richardson. And there's the pass to Thibault. From deep, Neto. That shot off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Outside Collins. The kick out to Young. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. From past the arc. And there's Hunter on the assist from Young. And it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. 2 points. That one goes.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Collins against Harris. And finished off by Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
Richardson outside. Horford up top. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. It's time to bring up the rookie leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in the NBA since the All-Star game. DeAndre Hunter, number 1.
Well, he continues to improve. I mean, since the break, he's taken it to another level, looking less and less like a rookie every day.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the middle. Here's Harris. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket
Shots
anyway,
good.
so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's good.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with a strong move for the potential +1.
So for the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young. Now, here's Collins. He has 7. And finished off by Collins.
Fantastic move by John Collins. If you give him an opening, he will attack off the bounce.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the basket is good.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Teague, the pass to the Bembry. Right wing. Teague surveying the D. Off target with his 3. And so it's Atlanta bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Clint Capella, Reddish out there with Bembry. Then there's Carter. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. Here's Richardson, following the score by Vince Carter. Here's Korkmaz. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Carter right side. Hawks passing it around. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Bembry. And the 3 off target.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
From a low drama perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Al Horford is checked in for Korkmaz.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Collins finds Young from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
The 76ers trail by 13. Richardson, no luck. From deep three-point range, Young's shot is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now here is Harris, following the miss by Al Horford. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
In the corner, Huerter with it. Shooting foul, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Horford after the basket by DeAndre Hunter. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Clint Capella.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. They've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win. And it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. Kicks it out to Collins. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, great job there, tracking down the long rebound, and the clock will continue to run.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clint Capella.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Collins finds Young. Good on the three-point shot. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Burks' shot is good.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Another shot. And so the Hawks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
We're so excited to have you back on the show, as always. But Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is Next Gen just going to be the same game, but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about is that, we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between BC Novato and our studio.
A sharp and confident-looking Raptors team coming down the tunnel earlier. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the 1. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Red Van Vliet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over. A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
Young against Lowry. Over Young on the mark with the 15-footer. With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right? I mean,
yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Now, here's Capella. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Here's Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The league's stingiest teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
And this team has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
Now Capella, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. And it's Capella missing.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Hunter no good. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to New York.
He's just a great finisher on the inside. John Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough, because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, the way you keep plays alive is with some effort, and John Collins giving it to you.
And Capella sends it back. It's Young on the wing, Lowry covering. Back to Young. It's stolen by Lowry. Ibaka finds Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. Atlanta with the rebound. And you pair Collins with a passer like Trae Young? Look out.
Yeah, you get him the ball around that launch point where he can get his feet together, and Trae can pretty much throw it anywhere. Collins last year a top 20 player in field goal percentage as a roll man in pick and roll situations.
Now here's Van Vliet following the miss by Kyle Lowry.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And there's the feed to Collins. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Shoots over Capella. Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got his second basket of the game.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
It's good on the putback.
Just seems like Collins salivates when the ball is up there like that, ready to rock the rim.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. The pass to Herter. Young with the ball. He kicks it to Hunter. Back to Young. Three-pointer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the Pioneers.
Vince Carter really changed the game of basketball.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Carter's exciting style of play, GA, really energized the whole country.
And playing basketball in a hockey town isn't easy, but Carter really helped get this city and country energized about the game of basketball.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
They've got Powell. He's out there with Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the power forwards position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
You know, Dedmon's not going to get a lot of possessions like that, but makes a very good decision, finds an open teammate.
You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Bembry kicks to T. Bembry the pass to Dedmon. Shot clock at 6. Carter dishes to Dedmon. The rebound by Gasol.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. He should have a good one.
Out left to the wing. Bembry the pass to Carter. Good on the triple. And the Hawks lead by 2.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Bembry kicks to Carter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Ripped away. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Davis finds Gasol. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson. Chalk up 2 there. Hollis Jefferson's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Here's Young. The baseline jumper goes down. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
And there it is for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Siakam pulls it in.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Hawks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Fernando. Defended by Ibaka. Five on the clock and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Pass to Herter. Young with the ball. And he hits the buzzer beater.
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big time 3 to take the...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead by 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Herder make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Hunter, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And with the body control and jump shot Lowry possesses, he has been known to torch you from the perimeter. And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
The offensive rebound, Capella, it's tipped.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Young kicks to Collins. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Collins in the post. Siakam's there. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry leading the charge. Wasted no time on that one. Lowry's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Capella. They can't stop the run with that one.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Collins finds Young. Misses the 3.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Good on the bucket. 14 points for Kyle Lowry.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Embry the pass to Teague. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Toronto leading by 5. Lowry kicks to Powell. Outside for Davis. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Capella.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Right side, Gasol. On the wing, Davis. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 3. And Teague, here we go. The shot's good. Teague's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
Here's Fernando. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Carter's checked in.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Teague feeling it out a bit. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Fernando, the pass to Bembry. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Powell. And he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Misses off the right iron. Here's Fernando. Off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Toronto ahead, up 3. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Norman Powell is out there with Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Now here's Powell. Stolen. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Teague, the pass to Fernando. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Bembry. Reddish kicks to Bembry. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. The lead is 2, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Ibaka down low. Capella covering. Lowry for 3. Offensive rebound. Siakam on the fumble.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And contact on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Herder passes to Collins. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
Yeah, at 6'10", John Collins getting more and more used to the physical rigors of a big man in the NBA.
Raptors trail by 3. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. Young passes to Capella. Here's Herder. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Siakam against Collins. And Capella sends it back. Ibaka. And just miss after miss right now. Passes it to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
There's the pass to Young. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. Capella, the pass to Hunter. Ibaka comes with the double team. The kick out to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer.
This guy makes those kind of shots just look so easy.
Young with the steal. Here's Hunter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Your thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for players.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Trae Young.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
The long distance three is buried. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta.
You just can't forget about Trae Young. Not for a second out there. We saw him there with that quick release.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing and meant more memory.
The sun shining brightly on top. And as things get ready.
Well, the process in Philly.
They certainly can. Well done, D.A. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard. Embiid with it. Lowry picks him up. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, I love how Embiid ran the floor there. I mean, he found his spot and finished strong.
And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
Now, here is Ibaka. Following the miss by Josh Richardson. VanVleet with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And here's Richardson outside. The rebound by Ibaka. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lowry inside the line. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Offensive rebound and a dunk by Horford.
Although he's not truly a dominant rebounder, Horford will find a way to beat you once in a while if you fail to put a body in it.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. VanVleet kicks to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. For 3, Harris. That shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Anunoby, good.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Here's Milton, now recovering. Milton the pass to Embiid. Different styles of basketball, and we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got to open shot. You better take it.
Milton, the shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford. Look, so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Here's Anunoby, guarded by Harris. He was all alone on that one. Anunoby's got his second basket.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drink.
Embiid kicks to Horford. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors trail by 3. Moving it up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Embiid. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's a good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Raul Neto's checked in for Richardson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Scott. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the three. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. Fourth, Mike Scott.
Well, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
Well, yeah, Greg, I'm a big fan of big fellas taking three if they can knock it down. But I also want you to be able to go to work inside.
Boucher, great positioning on the putback.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The pass to Korkmaz. Boucher with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Jumps up, trips down the breakaway slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
To the right side. Jacks up a three. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Davis, the pass to Powell. From about 16, that's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his third assist on the night. Here's Thibault. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Raptors lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
So for Toronto right now, they've got Powell. He's out there with Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4 slot.
And the awareness of Gasol in transition, look at that. I mean, he's set up in just the right spot.
Thibault, the pass to Neto. Gasol against Embiid. Back to Neto. Rejected by Gasol.
You got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Here's Powell. Pass to Boucher. Now here is Davis. Pulls up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
Alec Burks checked in for Raul Neto. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Embiid finds Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. Up top, Embiid passes to Burks. Here's the 3. Gasol with the rebound.
Oh, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
The 19-foot shot. Scott pulls it in. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Utah.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Foul for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thibault. Pass to Embiid. Here's Scott, defended by Gasol. Burks for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Powell, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. 1:46 left now here in the second, and he recovers it. 6 to shoot. Bucket is good. Embiid's got 6 points.
Stellar work on the offensive back. Embiid, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now. Oh, man, 2 of my favorite passes in the game.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Raptors. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Harris looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. From the wing, Siakam pulls it in.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Got that bucket in no time at all. VanVleet's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Launches it. Horford no luck. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Lowry. And again, it's Toronto converting.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in.
What I appreciate about Horford is his unselfishness. He brings a veteran team-first mindset to the table.
Yes, that goes in. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lowry can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Robinson. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's just the product of good pass work. Nice team basketball right there.
It's deflected. Outside Lowry. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves. Thanks for joining.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. '76ers trailing. Big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Milton in at point. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
This kind of hustle is why his teammates love him. Harris, nice work you're getting after it on the glass.
And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Embiid against Ibaka. Harris outside. Wide open. That's good on the jump shot. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Such an efficient scorer. You know, if you give Harris these opportunities, he'll punish you from there.
And Ibaka kicks to low. It's hauled in by Richardson. The 76ers trail by 5. And the pass to Embiid. That one goes in. Embiid's got 8 points.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since half.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Harris passes to Horford. Six on the shot clock. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
For the lead, and Embiid finishes inside. 12 points for him.
The offensive game of the big fella. I mean, Embiid's game is so polished. That's why you can't let him get hot.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Got a hand on it. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Richardson. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Raptors. Siakam finds Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. Now Van Vliet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Burks looking around. Back to Korkmaz. And he gets the jumper to drop. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the night. Toronto trailing. Lowry passes to Anunoby. And here is Van Vliet. And that one hits back iron. And Chris, as skilled as he is offensively, some overlook Joel Embiid's defensive impact.
Yeah, Kevin, he's the centerpiece of their defense. He's outstanding.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Gasol dishes to Davis. Hollis Jefferson passes to Davis. Shot clock at 5. Boucher's shot is off. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-4 run. And Burks now atop the key. Pass to Horford. Embiid with it. It's tipped.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. And sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Up top, Burks. Horford kicks to Burks. Here's Korkmaz. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's good on the putback.
And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And good that time. Hollis Jefferson's got his third bucket of the night.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Philadelphia ahead, up 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play and standing dish that time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Davis, and it's Powell in at the 2. And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Raptors trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's tied up with that one. Here's Richardson. Passes it to Korkmaz. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound in this one. Siakam inside. Pass to Davis. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry comes in for Davis. Richardson against Powell. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Thibault can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Richardson outside. Back to Korkmaz. Richardson kicks to Harris. The pass to Thibault. Back to Harris. Fast break Toronto. Powell, no one around him, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead. 76ers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Richardson outside. Shot to stop the run. Can't hit that one. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Powell. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Raptors leading by 6. Siakam, right side. Stolen by Robinson. Burks' shot is good.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. That's 7 points for Kyle Lowry.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Here's Horford. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Everybody knew the ball was going to Horford in that situation because he routinely makes big shots. He has no fear.
Pass to Milton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid kicks to Burks. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Raptors with the lead. Fires from the wing. Again, Toronto.
And with the body control and jump shot Lowry possesses, he has been known to torch you from the perimeter.
Passes it to Milton. Goes back up. Horford, good.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
And when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
There's Milton, now recovering. Now, here is Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. The shot by Lowry, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Pass to Burks. Inside, shot clock at 6. And Embiid throws it down.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-5 run here.
And whatever it was at halftime worked because their offense is far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
Lowry inside the line. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's Milton, now recovering. Outside Robinson, now the pass to Embiid. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 1. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Joel Embiid.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. And the teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets going.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan.